The news is aplenty recently. We just can't get these OT shows out quick enough.
A lot of things going on. There's a lot happening in our world.
I feel like it was quiet for a while. Like we went like a month and a half without an OT.
There wasn't much going on, but now everything's happening. Everything all at once.
Mm-hmm. Well, luckily, Gypsy stayed out of the news long enough to.
Well, did she though?
I think we just haven't been paying attention to her.
Is something else come up?
I don't know.
I only know when you guys tell me. Did something else come up? The last thing we discussed was that she wanted her ex-husband to pay. I don't mean to make this a whole I didn't want to do a thing on her. So, anyways,
I think there was a recent update.
Well, you know what? Let's save it. We don't need to make every fucking OT show about her. Somebody died though.
She filed a restraining order against her husband.
Okay, well that's that. We'll save that.
There's no indication that he ever physically abused or did anything to her, but
she thought that when he put her in the sharpshooter, he was abusing her. That was just his foreplay. As all of us wrestling fans know, that is good foreplay.
They both filed restraining orders against each other. It looks like. Gypsy Rose's estranged husband, Ryan, has responded to her restraining order and has now filed a separate restraining order. I just booty-holed myself against her.
Really
booty hole, booty hole, booty hole.
I really did not want this.
All right, that's it. That's not what this...
Guess what? If you both don't want to see each other, you don't need to take up the court's time. Just fucking stay away from each other. Yeah. Good grief. All right. Who died, Dave?
That's not what this is about. World-renowned forensic pathologist Dr. Werner Spitz dies at 97 in Metro Detroit home. Werner or Warner? Werner, right?
I think it's Werner.
Who's Werner? He's a German fellow, right? Werner?
Yeah.
I think it's Werner. Iconic forensic pathologist Dr. Werner Spitz has died. Spitz, 97, died of natural causes in his St. Clair Shores home overnight. The former medical examiner from Metro Detroit was known for his work on high-profile cases, including the investigations of the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy and Dr. Martin Luther King. He also testified at the trials of Casey Anthony and Phil Spector, the 1996 civil trial against O.J. Simpson, and consulted on the investigation of John Benet Ramsey's 1996 death.
He is literally tied into the history of Necronomicon.
He's everywhere, right?
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
Is he on our Mount Rushmore and we didn't know it?
I think so.
He just fucking worked his way into Mount Rushmore.
He's everywhere. He was a professor of pathology at Wayne State University School of Medicine in Detroit and an adjunct.
No, Dave. Fort Wayne's in Indiana.
Thank you. That was a Wayne State.
Oh, okay.
Wayne State. And an adjunct professor of pathology at the University of Windsor in Canada, Ontario, Canada. So yeah, that guy was patched into a lot of the
He really was.
Did. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
He was also he began his foray into high-profile cases in 1969, testifying for Joseph and Gwen Kopechne, the parents of Mary Jo Kopechne, who died in the Chappaquiddick crash where Ted Kennedy was driving.
Well, no spoilers. We'll cut to that later this year, perhaps.
His testimony helped her parents in their effort to keep their daughter's body from being exhumed and autopsied.
Kept? We'll get into it.
Well, somebody that's a whole different story, but Eric, I think you should exhume her body. I don't care what Werner Spitz says. He's a Nazi sympathizer with a name like Werner.
Well.
My brother Joe Kennedy fought against the Nazis, shot down over France in 1940-something.
Senator Kennedy, need I remind you, your own father, Joseph Kennedy, was called a Nazi sympathizer.
My father loved Adolf Hitler. There's no denying it. Eric, I don't love Hitler.
He had very much, Joseph Kennedy, the dad, very much advised FDR to stay out of the war.
Very much.
And thought that was going to be his launching pad to the presidency. Little did he know that FDR was spoiling for a fight and wanted in World War II.
He's tied in with all the bankers who were supporting Hitler. And it's a lot of unknown history in this country that went on in the years before World War II, but sure.
Yeah, and then it's just the aftermath of it. Well, we'll get into that one day when Dave and I sit down to that 1960s election. We'll get into all that. That's what started that beef between LBJ and Bobby. Is LBJ's comments about Joseph Kennedy, the dad, because there was Joseph, the dad, and then Joe Kennedy was the older brother of Bobby and Jack.
He was the
who was
presumed
killed.
future president, but he got
By his own
shot
dad,
down,
though.
Shot
You
down
know.
and killed in World War II. Yeah,
His dad was like, "Oh, the women and Bobby, honey, you can manage them. I'm gonna take Joe and Jack. Those are my men."
yeah.
Rosemary?
I just like to fuck women. I don't care about any presidents.
Oh, Rosemary, just give her a lobotomy. She'll be fine.
Dad, stick a needle in my sister's head. She won't know the difference.
He kayfabed that from all of them, though, too. We'll get into this is not even.
That's a time for a different
Topical.
story, Eric. I don't want to talk about this tonight.
He's getting a little British there at the end.
That's a hard voice to sustain. It's not easy. Well, it's almost British. They're close to England. New England? England? Come on.
It's a
They
little
share
bit
a
of
lot
that.
of the phonetics. And
It's a little bit there.
Eric, I am from New England, therefore I am almost in England.
All right, so well, he's dead.
He worked on all kind of stuff too. I was just looking in his Wikipedia. He worked on Richard Ramirez's case. He worked
everywhere.
He worked on Lisa McPherson, who's the Scientology.
Who's that?
Member, the Scientology woman that was killed. She was a reporter and she was driven crazy.
I don't remember that story.
Yeah.
Was that part of our exhaustive series on Scientology?
That was what we talked to Tony Ortega about, a lot of that.
I remember that.
He wrote the book on her.
I remember her name.
right.
I couldn't have told you the specific what
It's a
happened.
long time ago.
Oh.
So yeah. And
Did he just become the first inductee of the Cool Down Media Hall of Fame?
He might have.
I think he just did. Holy shit.
You've inducted like 20 people over the years. What are you talking about?
To our Hall of Fame?
To Mount Rushmore? Is that the same thing?
No.
Oh.
We've never had a Hall of
The
Fame.
Hall of Fame's different?
I would have told you it was going to be Art Bell, but I think it might be Werner Spitz.
All right.
No, the Mount Rushmore is very different.
All right. Fair enough.
He's also the one that figured out with the West Memphis Three that the wounds to the boys' genitalia wasn't bite marks, been like the whole satanic ritual. He figured out that it was turtles in the pond or the creek.
I like turtles.
Creek, not crick.
Crick?
It's creek. I mean, any educated person would say that. Speaking of West Memphis Three,
Hey, fuckers, in Steubenville, we say crack. You fuckers in the future are calling it
aggressive.
creek. And in Steubenville in 1994, it's crack. Lick my asshole, bitch. I'm a famous podcaster in the future.
little Ian, eat your pizza before it gets warm.
You cooked it. It's burnt.
And then it wasn't cooked. That's why it's going to get warm. It's going to sit in the sun too long and accidentally cook itself. You better eat it while it's raw.
Get me a Mountain Dew Slurpee and lick my balls.
So aggressive. Why is he so angry?
I don't know.
I think we got a West Memphis Three. I'm sorry. I need to cut you off.
You cut me off, pal.
I think we have a West Memphis 3 update, though.
Actually, as of today, great segue sliding into the West Memphis Three. We do have a story.
Thanks to the first inductee of the Cool Down Media Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Arkansas Supreme Court ruling could allow new DNA testing for West Memphis 3 case. An Arkansas Supreme Court ruling has opened the door for new DNA testing in the West Memphis 3 case. The Arkansas Supreme Court has reversed and remanded a circuit court ruling in the West Memphis 3 case on April 18th. That's today, day of recording. Paving a path toward new testing of DNA evidence related to the murder of 3 boys in 1993. The lawsuit was brought to the state's highest court by Damian Eccles in hopes of proving his innocence in a case where he, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Miskelly were sent to prison for the triple murder of Steve Branch, Christopher Byers, and James Moore. In August 2011, the three would then agree to an Alford plea deal, which vacated the previous convictions, and each would agree to first and second degree murder charges, but maintain their innocence. Am I slurring a little bit? I feel like I'm slurring a little bit. Let me reset.
Maybe slightly, but not terrible. People like it.
I'm like,
Let me tell you what's going to happen here.
Eccles and his lawyers would file a petition in 2022 hoping to test DNA found on ligatures under an Arkansas law. That law allows someone convicted of a crime to ask the courts to vacate a judgment or grant a new trial if, quote, scientific evidence not available at the trial establishes the petitioner's actual innocence. A circuit court ruling. This is a story from THV11.com, presumably an Arkansas news story. Mm-hmm. And the typos and grammatical errors in this printed story.
Hey, you read it, pal.
Are fucking absurd.
You read it.
I'm literally interpreting hieroglyphics.
THV11's a Little Rock.
Jesus. A circuit. Here's how it actually reads. A circuit could ruling was deny Eccles' effort. Let me translate that. A circuit court ruling denying Eccles' effort for new testing in the case, saying the law did not make scientific testing based on new technology an independent form of post-conviction relief, and instead amended the law to make, quote, scientific testing based on new technology a form of habeas corpus relief, end quote. Associate Justice Karen Baker, who wrote the majority opinion, wrote that the law cited by Eccles' lawyers, quote, unambiguously permits anyone who's convicted of a crime to ask for, quote, additional DNA testing to demonstrate the person's actual innocence, end quote. Baker also noted that the law doesn't require that person to be in the state custody to seek that relief. Apparently there was a big dissent, but end result, they won this ruling.
So they technically already admitted to the crime while maintaining their innocence.
Yes.
Yeah, with the alpha play.
The court can still open this up again should more evidence come forward, or are they just doing like a Hail Mary type thing with all of these efforts? I guess is my question.
We have an insider in this case who's a friend of the show who worked on the brief supporting them to the Arkansas Supreme Court. And I have a summary, what they provided us today, of what this ruling actually means.
This is a Necro exclusive?
This is a Necro exclusive. We're not going to name this.
Exclusive. In your face. No, Necro exclusive. Go ahead.
We're not going to name the source, but suffice it to say, it's someone with inside knowledge of the case, familiar, an insider.
Look at that. We got an actual...
I think we just found the second inductee into the Necro Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The unnamed source.
An unnamed source.
Sure. The outcome of the decision is Damien can now petition the circuit court for new DNA testing of crime scene evidence. In sum, Damien won on every point. Most notably, the court held for the first time that, unlike a traditional guilty plea, an Alford plea does not preclude a defendant from later challenging his conviction in the grounds of actual innocence under Arkansas's habeas statute, and that the plain language of that statute permits a person convicted of a crime to seek DNA testing even if he is no longer in state custody. The dissent is fiery. It begins by stating, quote, the majority decisions obliterates any sense of finality in our criminal justice system, end quote, and ends by arguing that the decision will lead to a, quote, fruitless endeavor to exonerate a depraved murderer, end quote. But the majority opinion pulls no punches and directly addresses the dissent, stating, quote, absent from the dissenting opinion is any regard for the plain language, end quote, of the statute. And it emphasizes that it is not the majority that allows, quote, any person convicted of a crime, end quote, to petition for new DNA testing. It was the legislature that enacted the statute. All in all, this opinion paves the way for countless wrongfully accused individuals to seek exoneration and identification of the true criminals. It's a great day for justice.
So asked and answered. They can fight it still.
That is a summary of the decision from a insider with direct knowledge of the case who wishes not to be named, but a great hero nonetheless. And Necronomicon applauds that person for working on this case. Because these guys clearly are innocent and they were railroaded. And I think there's a lot of people that don't want the truth to come out because they did such a bad job railroading them how many years ago? And
yeah, it was just like it was small time politics, right? And we're going to get these guys.
Sure seemed like it.
We're going to close this case, and that's going to be that.
Yeah.
And we did our work. Happy hour, 4:00 at the local saloon.
Well, there was that guy that juvenile officer that had a hard on for Damien.
Yeah.
Just like
you wear
was
black.
out to get him.
Metal shirt on, wear black hair.
Yeah.
You murdered someone.
That one guy claimed to, I can't remember what he gave himself as title of it, but like busting satanic cults and shit.
Nonsense.
Like, yeah.
It was in the midst of that satanic panic bullshit, and like there's no evidence that these guys did anything at all, and it defines their whole life, and it's fucking ridiculous. And this guy got out. They did the Alford plea, and if he had anything to do with it, he would have went away and had a quiet life. He's been pushing ever since then for a decade to have this done. Like he clearly didn't do it.
Yeah.
Or he'd be living a quiet life somewhere, right? Not spending every waking hour trying to get this retested.
Same thing with Jason. The only reason he accepted the Alford plea was because Damien was sentenced to death.
Yeah.
If that wasn't for it, he wouldn't have accepted it
No.
because he wants to just be innocent.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not somebody who killed someone.
It's silly. So hats off to these people, including our inside source here who, do pro bono work like this to try to in the name of justice and in bullshit cases like this. So Necronomicon applauds you.
Not a lot of good people like that left out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll ever find out who did that.
Probably not, but maybe we'll find out who railroaded the case, if it's proved without a doubt that these guys did it, like maybe some people
These guys didn't do it.
who were involved in the case have some answering to do with, how they conducted themselves with that initial trial and questioning and then whatnot.
I know everybody thinks it's the one stepdad, that Terry Hobbs guy.
The guy, not the Mark guy, right?
No.
Not the goofy guy.
Yeah,
Like people initially thought it wasn't that guy.
HBO really fucking did
They
him
murdered
wrong.
him on that. Yeah. It wasn't him though.
No. Then Mark Byers and Damien became friends later on. And
The other guy's
after
name
all
Mark
this-
Byers?
Yeah. They
Well, it
apologized
wasn't
to
him.
each other.
Yeah.
And
It was the other guy.
yeah, Terry Hobbs
Seems
guy.
likely.
Yeah. But then there's that Mr. Bojangles guy. That part is really weird. That guy was covered in blood by all accounts, and
Yeah.
it got cleaned up.
By any reasonable standard, like that's enough to say this is not beyond a reasonable doubt.
Sure.
Except in Arkansas, apparently.
Was this a jury trial?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And Damien didn't do himself any favors with the jury.
Yeah, he was a dickhead in court. Like,
Somebody should have told him to stop that. I don't think it would have mattered, though, anyways, but...
Yeah. Thanks to our insider, Deep Throat. Should we call him Deep Throat?
Sure. That's the perfect name for insider information, right? That's where it all comes from. If you can take down the White House, you can take down the criminal activity behind the West Memphis Three.
Thank you, Deep Throat. You're our Deep Throat. So, I mean, it's going to go back to the circuit court, I think, and hopefully we get this tested.
6 months, we'll have an update probably.
This
is not the Gypsy Rose pace where we're going to get an update weekly.
Right.
It's going to be a monthly thing.
Nothing's quick. Except Gypsy Rose news. That's quick.
Yeah.
That happens every day.
Yeah, we're just gonna let that build up maybe a little bit. We'll do a couple stories at once for one of the OTs if it's going like this. Fucking Christ! I literally made that as a joke earlier. I didn't know there was an actual update.
You got alimony. You got restraining orders.
Part of me thinks it's a little bit of a work.
Is it?
It makes for good TV.
Like
I don't know. I mean, she's coming out of jail into a marriage. I'm not talking fucking about this. You're fucking working me into a conversation about this.
They're filming her reality show right now, right?
So
But, like,
people can go fucking watch it. Stop listening to us about it.
Like the
Damn it, I'm done with this.
the husband's a special ed teacher, right? Like he's
The actual husband, like the Bret Hart guy.
Ryan, he's a good dude, right? Are they working up drama? They get paydays, and
I think
I don't
I
know.
think they're both probably. I don't think either one of them meant ill will. I think the reality shows are very good at creating drama.
He's like, "What the fuck have I got myself?"
Maybe
into?
he's like, I just wanted to watch wrestling on Mondays and have a girl and watch some Dynamite. And
I wrote this girl in prison who killed her mom. I thought it was funny, and now I'm married to her, and she's filing restraining orders, and I'm on a
she wants
reality
half my
show,
money.
and
Yeah.
I just. I don't know what what is happening. What is going on here?
Yeah, he's like, I just wanted to. I wanted to buy the new box set DVD of Bret Hart on WWE Shop, and now I can't afford
jerk
it.
off and watch wrestling. And
I saw
what is this world?
I saw a picture of him in that TMZ article. What it was talking about.
That poor guy's now on TMZ.
Talking about her leaving him with the dog. And it was a fucking picture of him. Like, they were taking pictures of this dude, like paparazzi.
Oh, man.
He's holding his dog out on the street wearing a Chris Jericho t-shirt.
Oh, my God.
Looking all sad.
This poor guy.
This is a betrayal on levels that no one's ever seen.
I think that's it. She fucking heel turned on him in his mind. She heel turned on him. Okay.
It's like a shield heel turn.
Straight chair shot to the back.
Yeah, right in his back.
See, now if they do that on the reality show, I'll fucking watch that. I might watch that. I want to see that drama.
That might happen.
I want to see that drama.
That is the latest OT update from your pals at Necro Overtime.
Bye.